Oh, a workbench update. I thought I'd show everyone a little bit of progress and be a little bit different since there's a lull in the model building and it is 112 degrees outside. But anyway, wanted to clean off the pegboard because it's just basically becoming a big cluster. And once you start putting stuff out of sight, then it becomes out of mind, and you just can't find stuff anymore. My tool bin, I did find my Zona sanding stick. Don't even know where I got that. Probably won in a raffle, but I forgot I even had it, and that's going to come in handy because I need that. I was getting ready to go buy one, which is good to clean out a little bit because then you find out about what you have and what you do not have. I want to go through my tools, kind of organize that, do like cutting and sanding, tote box and everything else. But I got most of the main workbench here cleaned off, as in tools. I got a few more things I got to do because this is a RB Productions saw blade. I actually got a whole set. I actually bought these from a modeler, but he didn't have the attachment, and I'm waiting on the attachment to come in so I can have a new saw blade for the arsenal. Speaking of the Aztecs in the last videos, you got the removable tips, and one thing is I buy a lot of model tools for the price. If you can see it, 59 cents, you really can't go bad. But this is a spatter nozzle. I don't care for the spatter nozzle, but there might be a an application somewhere that I might actually need the effect for something. And I do have Aztec guns, so I did buy a bunch of different color nozzles, different just whatever bottles, and you can use these for the Aztec, but you can also use them for siphon feed, different airbrushes, as long as the little nozzles fit on here. So I got pulled off my picks, chisels, spatulas, needle files, and I'm going to put them, get some more pegs, put them on there so I at least know where they're at. Started the tape section, which it's not a whole lot. It's more than you think. Plus I like the Tamiya tape, but I also don't, I like the little dispenser, but I don't like it either because after you cut it, it actually makes a little cut right there, and you usually have to end up cutting more. I usually take that off, but it's cheaper to buy that to get the tape, But anyway, the lighting section, which over there is my basically wire cutting tools, and I do have a tote for the lights, which is extra LEDs and so on and so forth. They'll have my God, I can't think of it right up. The fiber optics stands I'll have probably a place for. A lot of that was on the pegboard on this section, basically a catch-all, but it was mostly just decals, very little conversions, and photo etch. And for example, that's truck mates. These are photo etch. Of course, they are women. I had to have that. And I basically bought this for someday to make the truck from Big Trouble in Little China, because he had them on the front of the grill, and because it said hauling ass on there, and that's some things you just don't see. I did find some mask on here, and I must have paid the 50 cents for it. Someday it'll come in handy. I got the Meteor ME263, 50 cents deal. You can't go wrong. And if I never use them, someone may use them down the road, and or I also have something from True Details. I also buy a flock, which for 35 cents, you just can't go wrong. You may or may not use that, who knows. I do have stuff for StarCraft. Little resin stuff, and this should be Larson's little silent radar. Don't even remember getting that. Accretion decals, more of a collector item here. I got that in the Battle Stars. I do love generic decals, and round 2 came out with basically not an enterprise name, but different ship names for the 1000 refit. You just can't go wrong with that because you always use decals. I got J-Bot decals. That's for the 24 scale studio scale Thunder Fighter, which you should have all seen that one in the video. JT Graphics decals, of course, we always have those. This one's for Robin, and there's a little story behind that. I actually built an original Robin for a guy, and the decals were shot, and I tried to tell him that I can't build it without decals if you want the decals on, and I had to basically just go buy his set to get the original decals, and then I got to keep the extra, but that's another story. I started stacking my epoxy sculpt. Can never have enough. That's the safety solvent for it, which is more expensive than the sculpt, but anyway, can never have enough of that. MMI red shirt. I do like odd kits. I think that's just fantastic. Another MMI, which is an original series Alf in a basically the Kirk's green uniform, which I think is just, and I half-ass painted it and was going to finish this one day. Andrea Miniatures Tomb Raider, which we all know who that is. Seamless intake, don't know why I have that. That should be that's a nose art for one of the gunships, but anyway, is a female decal, and I really wanted it. Y'all may remember the fantasy kits, of course. Drunken pirate, but you get a female with it, so that was a plus, and it was probably on sale. A lot of photo etch from Paragraphics, get plugged there. More decals. Larson Design shuttle, again more decals. Bandai Gundam decals. Camouflage decals, which I think is probably one of the coolest things if you can ever find them. They basically have camo patterns for everything in decal form. Domes, more photo etch. Weathering stuff. I did have some kit masters on here, but I basically pulled them off last night and put them in a tote. Don't want to bore everyone. Elliot's photo etch, more photo etch from Paragraphics. Battlestar decals. We got Archers, from eyeballs to tats to more eyeballs, and I even have a flexi file. I don't even know where I got that, but I'm glad I do now, because there's times where I just do need one. And of course, surprise here, lots of styrene clear for kits and so on and so forth. So I just wanted to give everyone a quick little rundown of the basic little history lesson on the peg wall. So hopefully I get most of this cleaned off, a little bit more organized, because I got to keep the decals and the photo etch here. The assistant's begging me to probably for some tune-up, and I will do its bidding. But anyway, thought I'd give everyone an update. That's what I got going on today. I am basically cleaning up the catch-all pegboard, so stay tuned for the next exciting episode.